Welcome to Emily Wall Yoga. Today will be a 60-minute Ashtanga-based class following the primary series, but poses will be skipped along the way to ensure that it is a well-rounded practice that can fit in the 60 minutes. Finding a comfortable seat, bring your hands to your navel, your thumbs about 2 inches on either side and about 2 inches below. Start to breathe in through the belly. And as you breathe out, feel the navel draw in towards the spine. Taking a few breaths like this, using the thumbs as feedback. Breathe in, finding length in the spine. Breathing out, ground down. Relaxing the shoulders, hips, face. Start to move your hands now to your ribs. Continue breathing in and out from the belly, but feel the rib cage expand. Breathing into the back body as well. So not just letting the sides of the ribs expand, but also breathing into the back. Remember to keep each breath starting from the belly. The last position is we want to bring our breath up into our chest. So placing your hands on your sternum, starting the breath at the belly, letting the rib cage expand, and bring that breath all the way up into the chest. As you exhale, continue to find that expansion in the chest. Don't let it collapse. Taking one more breath like this. Belly, rib cage, and chest. Release the hands. Let the eyes begin to flicker open. Making your way into tabletop with the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Finding a neutral spine, so navel draws in. And starting with protraction and retraction of the shoulders. Inhale, protract, shoulder blades separate. Exhale, retract, draw the shoulder blades together. Moving with your own breath, inhale to puff up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. And if you'd like, start to make these movements larger into some cat-cows, moving through the spine and the pelvis as well. Taking this time to connect with your breath and noticing how the body feels. Starting to warm up the wrists now from your neutral tabletop, leaning forwards and back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to sit back. Then turning the hands out to the sides, rocking side to side. And then turning the fingertips towards the knees, leaning back any amount until you feel the stretch on the forearms. Come into a neutral tabletop, and then come onto the backs of the hands, fingers point towards one another, and start to curl the fingers into the palm. You can do both at the same time or alternate one hand and then the other. Feel free to shake the wrists out. And then find your way into downward facing dog, finding any movement here. So that may be moving the feet side to side to stretch out the side body. That could be walking your dog, straightening one leg at a time. And just noticing how the body feels here. Walk your feet to your hands, coming into a ragdoll forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows. Legs can be fairly bent here, resting the torso on the thighs. Nod the head, yes and no. And then release the elbows, slowly rolling up. Head comes up last. And find your way to the top of your mat, Samasthiti. Ekam inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Dwe exhale, fold, release the head. Trini inhale, look up, find length. Chatwari exhale, step back, lower chaturanga. Pancha inhale, cobra or up dog. Shat exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. 5 steady breaths here for 1, 2, 3, steady breathing, 4, and 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step or hop, feet to hands, look up. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, arms down by your side, Samasthiti. Again, Ekam inhale, gaze up. Dwe exhale, fold, Uttanasana, release the head. Trini inhale, find length in the spine. Chatwari exhale, step back, lower chaturanga. Pancha inhale for your back bend. Shat exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step or hop, feet to hands, find length. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Last sun salutation A, Ekam inhale, arms up, gaze up. Dwe, exhale, fold, release the head. Trini inhale, look up, find length in the spine. Chatwari, exhale, step or hop back, lower chaturanga, elbows by your sides. Pancha, inhale for your back bend. Shat, exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step or hop, feet to hands, find length. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskar B, bend the legs. Ekam inhale, arms up, chair pose. Dwe, exhale, fold, release the head. Trini inhale, look up, find length. Chatwari, exhale, step or hop back, lower chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, back bend. Shat, exhale, down dog, and immediately set up the legs. Right foot comes forward. Sapta, rise, warrior 1. Ashto, exhale, hands plant. Either move through your vinyasa or just go back to downward facing dog. Exhale and down dog, and then set up the other side. Left foot comes forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands plant. Take your vinyasa or just take it right back to downward facing dog. Once in down dog, staying there for 5 steady breaths for 1. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, jump, step or hop, feet to hands, find length. Exhale, fold, release the head. Bend the legs. Inhale, rise, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, samastitihi. We'll come into our last Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B. Bend the legs, ekam inhale. Dwe, exhale, fold, release the head. Trini, inhale, look up, find length. Chitwari, exhale, take it back, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale. Shot, exhale, take it back, set up the feet, right foot comes forward. Sapta, inhale, rise, warrior one. Ashto, exhale, hands plant, chaturanga or right to down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Dasha, exhale, take it back and set up the left side. Ekadasha, inhale, rise, warrior one. Dwadasha, exhale, find your vinyasa or your down dog. Inhale if you're taking your back bend. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, inhale, come forward, find length. Shodasha, exhale, fold. Bend the legs. Saptadasha, inhale, rise. Utkatasana. Exhale, samastitihi. Padahastasana, inhale, hop the feet hip width. Peace fingers catch big toes. Exhale, fold, release the head. Legs can always be bent here. Back of the neck is long. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, find length. Exhale there. Padahastasana. Flip the hands so that you're stepping onto the palms, toes by the wrist crease. Fold on your exhale. You may notice that the legs need to be a little bit more bent here. 1, 2, navel draws in towards the spine and finding a lift up. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, catch the waist. And inhale, rise, hop the feet together. Tasamastitihi, Utthita Trikonasana, ekam inhale, step to the right. Dwe, exhale, right toes point to the back of the mat and lower. Hand could come to the shin, the thigh, the ankle. Maybe you use a block. Or peace fingers wrap for the big toe. Gaze up if that's okay for the neck. Breathing here for 2. Thinking about reaching up. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise, reverse the feet. Exhale, lower left side. Again, maybe the hand is on the shin, the ankle, a block, or peace fingers reach for the big toe. Breathing for 2, 3, keeping the chest open. 4, 5. Inhale, rise, 5-pointed star, and exhale, step it back, samastitihi. Utthita Parshvakonasana, ekam inhale, step to the right, a little bit wider. Exhale, bend into the right leg. Extend that left arm overhead. Forearm can stay on the thigh or hand can come to the outside of the foot on a block or on the mat. Breathing for 3, 4, stay strong in the legs. 5, inhale, rise, reverse the feet. Exhale, bend into the left leg, extend the right arm, and find your variation with that left hand, forearm to thigh or hand to the outside of the foot. Breathing for 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, rise. Exhale, face the back of the mat, setting up for a twist. Option to bring back knee down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Hands can be together at the heart. Back knee can be down or up. Or maybe you open the arms up, extending that right arm overhead. And that bottom hand could come to a block or to the mat. For 3, breathing. 4, and 5. Inhale, rise, reverse the feet. Take your time setting up the twist on the other side. Inhale to find length. Exhale to twist. Find your variation with the legs and the arms. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, release the twist, rise 5-pointed star. Exhale, top of the mat, Samastitihi. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, step to the right, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands to the waist. Fold hands down to the mat or blocks. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding, releasing the head. 1. Lifting the kneecaps up, engaging the quads and inner thighs. 2. 3. If arms are bent, elbows in line with shoulders. 4. 5. Inhale, look up, straighten the arms. Exhale there, catch the waist. Inhale, rise. Exhale, C position. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Finding your deepest fold first, and then reaching the arms overhead away from you. 1, 2, stay strong in the legs. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale there. Release the hands, step top of your mat, Samastitihi. Pyramid, Parshvottanasana. I'll show the arms from the side. Internally rotate the shoulders so thumbs point down, and then either fists together, grab opposite elbows, or work reverse prayer. Step to the right, facing the back of the mat. Hips are square. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Gazing towards the toes or tip of nose for 1. Stay strong in the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping the arms as they are. Inhale, rise. Reverse the feet. Exhale to fold, drawing that left hip back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise, 5-pointed star. So release the arms. And exhale, step top of your mat, Samastitihi. Utthita Hasta Paningustasana. This is a balance pose. I'll show from the side so you can see and so that I have space. Inhale, grab a hold of your right shin Or bring the arm to the inside of the leg, peace fingers wrap around the toes. Leg can stay bent or straight. Find a drishti, something to gaze at in front of you that's not moving. Breathing here for 2, 3, stay steady in the breath. 4, 5, exhaling the leg out to the side. Gaze can stay where it's at or opposite left shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the leg back to center. Exhale, hands to the waist. Everyone extend the leg, point the toes. 1, 2, try not to lean back. 3, maybe lift a little higher. 4, and exhale for 5. Shake it out. Other side, root down into that right foot. Inhale, left leg up, grab a hold of the shin, or peace fingers wrap around the big toe, the leg bent or straight. Find your drishti for 2, standing tall. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, brings the leg out to the side. Gaze can stay where it's at or opposite right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the leg back to center. Hands come to the waist. Extend the leg, point the toes. 1, 2, 3, maybe lift a little higher. 4, and 5. Release, shake the legs out. Come to the top of the mat. We'll take a sun salutation to our warrior poses. Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dway, exhale, fold, release the head. Trini, inhale, find length in the spine. Chatwari, exhale, step or hop back, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale. Shot, exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, warrior 1, arms up, gaze up. Hands can be apart or together. Holding this one, 5 steady breaths for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the legs, reverse the feet. Exhale, bend into the left side, lengthen the tailbone down. Gaze is up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Gaze left middle finger. Knee draws towards pinky toe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the legs, reverse the feet. Exhale, bend into the right side. Gaze right middle finger. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down and find your vinyasa, or just take it back to downward facing dog. And from there, we'll come through to seated to dandasana, either stepping or hopping the feet forward and sitting down and extending the legs. Hands under your shoulders. Feet are flexed and legs are active, shoulders down the back. 1, 2, navel draws in towards the spine. 3, 4, 5. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale, reach forward, peace fingers wrap around big toes, fold on your exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length. Exhale, fold again. Option to take a deeper variation, or you can stay where you are at. Relax the shoulders, back of the neck. 1, 2, breathing. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length. Exhale there. And inhale, release. Bring the hands behind you and either do a reverse table with the feet under the knees or reverse plank, Purvottanasana with the legs straight. Inhale to lift. Shoulders come forward. Option to bring the head back if that's okay for the neck. 3. Keep lifting the hips. 4, 5. Exhale, lower down. Cross the legs. Take a vinyasa. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And inhale, come back through to seated Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Right leg into a half lotus, rotating from the hip, not the knee, or a figure 4 with the right ankle above the left knee. You can always prop the thigh or the knee with a block. Reach the right arm around you. Inhale to find length. Fold on your exhale. Left hand reaches forward for that foot. If you're in half lotus, maybe you catch the bind with the foot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length. Exhale there. And then inhale, release. Option in between sides, you can do a full vinyasa or what I call a shortened vinyasa. We find protraction of the shoulders. So shoulder blades separate as you inhale, pick up, maybe feet as well. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands behind you and inhale, lift the chest. Set up the left side. This may be different depending on your hips and your knees. So finding your half lotus or that figure 4 with the ankle above the knee. Option to use a block to prop. Left arm reaches around. You fold on your exhale. Breathing nice, steady breaths for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, straightening the arms. Exhale there. And inhale, release. Find a vinyasa, full vinyasa, or you can take that shortened option. Once you get to down dog, if you take that, you'll come right through to seated. Tiryang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. The right shin's going to come back, foot to the outside of the thigh. If you feel really sideways here, it's nice to sit up on a block or a blanket under the straight leg sit bone. That can help you ground down. As all our folds, you'll want to inhale to find length and fold on the exhale. Another trick is to put the left hand out to the side to help ground you down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, find length. Exhale there. And then find that shortened vinyasa, grabbing your blocks. Inhale, pick up, lift. Maybe a swing. Exhale, lower. Hands behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, release. Prepare for the left side. This time, if you are using that block or blanket, place it under that right sit bone. When you're ready, you'll inhale, lengthen, fold on the exhale. Find what variation works for you here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length. Exhale there. And inhale, release, finding your vinyasa of choice. Cat-cows are another option that you can take for a vinyasa. Coming through to seated, always coming through that Dandasana position. Then we'll come into Janu Shirsasana A. Right foot comes into the left inner thigh. Inhale to lengthen, slight twist here, so sternum is over the straight leg. Fold on your exhale, arms reach for the foot. Release the head, relax the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length in the arms and spine. Exhale there. Inhale, release, grab your blocks. Exhaling while you set up. And then inhale, pick up, lift, maybe swing. Exhale down. Inhale, placing arms behind you, lifting the chest. And exhale, release, bending that left leg, setting up for the left side. Inhale, finding length, slight twist over the straight leg, and fold on your exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, find length. Exhale there. And then cross the legs. Find your vinyasa of choice. Exhale to down dog if you take it. And inhale, come through Marichyasana A. Bending the right leg, planting the foot so it's in line with the outside of the hip. And right sit bone will be lifted off the mat. Reach the right arm up. Come forward. Bring the right arm out to the side in front of the shin. Find internal rotation of the shoulder and then bend the arm. Stay there, or option to bend the left arm behind you, maybe catching the bind. Folding on your exhale. You can always use a strap or a towel as well here to help with the bind. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale there. And release. Grab your blocks. Shorten vinyasa. Inhale, pick up, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, release. Set up the left side, bending the left leg. Lining it up so the foot's to the outside of the left hip. Reach the left arm up. Come forward. Arm out to the side. Find that internal rotation of the shoulder. And then take the arm behind you. Option to work the full bind by taking the right arm back. So this one's a forward fold without the use of our arms. 2. So noticing how this one may be a little bit more challenging. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale there. Find your vinyasa of choice. You can also always use blocks when you do your vinyasas. Coming through to seated. Marichyasana C. Same setup as A, but the right sit bone will be grounded down. And this one is a twist. So inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. You can hug the leg, or you can bring the arm to the outside of the leg. Gaze out over the shoulder behind you. Option to work the bind here, finding that internal rotation of the left shoulder. 3. Keeping that left foot flexed. 4. 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Find your shortened vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, release, set up the left side. Make sure both sit bones are grounded. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Either hug the leg or bring the right arm to the outside of the leg. Gaze out over the left shoulder. Stay here, or option to work the bind. Keep right foot flexed. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Find a vinyasa of choice. If you're taking a full vinyasa, it's inhale, pick up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come through for boat pose, Navasana. And go ahead and grab your blocks, placing them on either side in front of the hips. We'll use them in between. Lift the legs up. Legs can be bent or straight. Hands can be behind the thighs or reaching forward. 2. Gazing at the toes. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, cross the legs. Inhale, pick up, lift. Exhale, lower. Second one. 1, 2. Lifting the chest. 3, 4, 5, exhale, lower. Inhale, pick up, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, Navasana, third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pick up, lift, maybe swing. Inhale, Navasana, fourth one. 1, 2, 3. Remember to breathe. 4, 5. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, down. Inhale, Navasana. Last one. 1, 2, 3. You can do it. 4, 5. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, down. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Bringing the feet together, feet towards the hips. Placing your thumbs underneath the big toe mounds and open the feet like a book. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Think about reaching the sternum forward and down, lengthening the spine. Taking time here to release after all that hard work in Navasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale there. And then inhale, finding a vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come through to seated, setting up for 3 back bends. You can do any combination of bridge and wheels here. I'll show 2 bridge variations and then wheel. As you lay on your back, bring your feet in so that the fingertips just lightly touch the heels. And then on an inhale, lift the hips up. Option to stay here or interlace the hands underneath you, walking the shoulders under, opening up the chest. 2, 3, 4, and exhale, release 5. Again, inhale, lift the hips up. Another option is to grab the outsides of the ankles. 2, without moving the feet, thinking about pressing them down and towards you. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower down. You can repeat bridge or do a supported bridge with a block underneath your sacrum. Or wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, bringing the hands by the shoulders, maybe coming onto the top of the head first, and then pressing up if you take that option. 2, stay strong in the legs. 3, opening the chest. 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Hug the legs in, rock side to side. Maybe you bring it into a supine twist. Twists are a really nice counter pose to back bends. Making sure you do each side an even amount of time. And then in Ashtanga, the counter pose is a seated forward fold. So inhale, coming to center and just rocking on the spine, finding your way up to seated. Extend the legs long. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. We'll start to hold these closing poses a little bit longer. So 10 steady breaths here for 1, 2, 3, finding length with each inhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale, look up, find length. And exhale. Inhale, sit up. We'll come into an inversion of choice. So one option I'll show here is coming back into that bridge position and placing a block underneath the sacrum for legs up the wall. You could also move to a wall and put the legs up and rest there. Feel free to stay here and close the eyes. The other option is to come into shoulder stand, which I'll show here, but feel free to stay with the legs up the wall. For shoulder stand, I like to come into a plow pose, Shavasana first to set up, get my shoulders underneath me, and then bring the hands to the spine. Gaze can be towards the feet or the tip of the nose. Or again, if you're in legs up the wall, feel free to just close the eyes. Taking this time to slow the breath down wherever you're at. And if you're in shoulder stand, you may play around with different variations like Halasana, plow pose with the feet overhead on the mat. Option to take Karnapidasana, which is ear pressure pose. Knees squeezing towards the ears, feet together. Starting to come out of your inversion. So if you're in legs up the wall, you'll bend the legs, plant the feet, and then remove your block. If you're in shoulder stand, you'll slowly roll out. And then we'll take Marichyasana fish pose. Legs can be crossed. Come onto the top of the head. You can keep the elbows down by your sides to help lift the chest, or hands can come onto the thighs. Steady breathing here. Think about opening the chest with each inhalation. And exhale, release onto your backs. Roll up to take a vinyasa. Exhale, take it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, come through to seated for our last 3 seated postures. Option to sit on a blanket. So if you find that the knees are higher than the hips, you'll want to elevate to protect the low back. Find either cross legs, or you can find a half lotus or a full lotus. If you take a half lotus or full lotus, make sure that you're rotating from the hip, not the knee, and you want to make sure that you're never feeling any knee pain. You may want to put a block in front for your head to rest, and then take the arms around the back. Maybe you catch the feet if you're in lotus, but you can always just grab opposite elbows. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold. 10 slow breaths here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale, sit up tall. Release the arms. Bring the thumb and index finger together, straighten the arms. Tuck the chin, gaze towards the tip of the nose, making these really nice, deep, slow breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, look up and release. Grab your blocks. We're going to do Utplati here, picking up and lifting for 10. It is easiest in a lotus because you're more compact, but you can always do it in a half lotus or with crossed legs, which I will demo now. So just watch. Picking up, protracting the shoulders, playing around with lifting one foot and then the other, or both. I will get into a full lotus here, but again, be mindful of your knees. Find what variation works for you. Prepare. Inhale, lift up. 1, 2, steady breath. 3, 4, stay lifted. 5, 6, keep protracting. 7, 8, 9, and exhale 10. Remove the blocks, finding one last final vinyasa. Exhale chaturanga, inhale cobra or up dog, exhale downward facing dog, and then inhale come through to seated and prepare for Shavasana. In Ashtanga, we typically turn around on our mat. I personally like to cover up with a blanket to help ground down. Sometimes I'll also put a bolster under the knees. That can feel nice if the low back is bothering you, or you could always bend the legs and plant the feet down. Let the breath be natural in your Shavasana. Let the eyes be closed and focus on stilling the mind. The goal of yoga, according to the sutras, yogas chitta vritti nirodha. The goal of yoga is to still the fluctuations of the mind. So can you find stillness in the mind while you find stillness in the body? I will wake you with the closing chant, but for now, Shavasana. Om Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Nayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Begin to deepen the breath. Start to invite small movements back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Gradually making your movements larger as you start to move through the joints, finding any movement here. That could be a good morning stretch. It could be hugging the legs in, rocking side to side. Eventually finding your way onto your side, taking a moment there, and then pressing up to a comfortable seat. The head will come up last. Hands can come together at the heart, eyes can be closed. May you take your practice with you off the mat, using the structure to create steadiness and consistency to build confidence. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.